Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I will be sharing you guys how I passed the theory driving exam here in Norway. Not everyone knows that it's actually hard to pass the theory exam. According to the statistics, it's like 50% of the total numbers getting this theory exam fail. So I'm here to share my experience. My first time that I took the exam, I failed as well because I did not really read the entire theory itself. Some people actually buy the driving book, but I did not buy. I only used the theory practice exam online, which is theorytentamen.no. I'm gonna link it in the description box below. There is actually nothing wrong with using that online practice exam because they also have the course itself that you can read and then practice a lot of questions as much as you can. But the thing is, I did not actually read the course itself. I mean, I did a little bit because I'm not really a reader, or I'm not really fond of reading, but that's actually the mistake. What I only did is just take a lot of exams and then try to remember everything. But then on the actual exam, some of the important road signs were there and I wasn't able to answer all of it because I did not read the entire course or the entire theory course. But then if you actually read it, everything was there and it's gonna help you a lot. Okay, so on my next exam, the second time, I finally passed. Why? It's because, like what I said, I read the entire course, which is included in the online theory practice exam that I bought, which is at the theorytentamen.no. And then I practice a lot of questions and I actually kind of remember the questions which I failed in the first try. So it kind of helped actually to take the exam even if you are not 100% ready, like what I did, because you experience the real exam and you know what's in there, because not exact questions that you were actually going to read on the practice theory exam online is the exact questions that you're gonna find on the real exam. But it's close, but they kind of change the questions, so you will be a bit confused if this is the correct answer or not. So my advice is you read the entire course. If you have the book, read the entire book and then try to remember everything, especially the signs. Most of the exam is actually giveaways, you know what they call here vikeplik. So you have to remember most of it, like the merging and stuff like that. And there are some mathematical questions which is actually one or two questions. It's not so hard to answer, and then you're gonna remember most of it, like the speed, like how much the braking distance and start and stuff like that. Those questions are gonna show up on the exam. I actually remember all of it, but it's a lot of questions. It's 45 questions and you're only allowed to have 7 mistakes. But in my mind, I think I still kind of remember the entire exam. But of course, it's kind of difficult because not all the exams were gonna be the same questions. They change it and they mix different questions every year or every time you take the exam. Because the last time I took the exam, it's not as hard as the first time I did. Maybe because I read a lot in the theory course online, or it's because I already know what I did or what mistakes I did before. So yes, that is actually my experience. And driving around where you live or where you're planning to take exam is actually helpful as well before you take the exam, because you kind of see what is really happening along the road while you drive. Well, anyways, if you're going to take the exam, it's also helpful that you drive around so you get familiarized with the signs that you're gonna see on the road, and you will remember if there are questions like that on the exam. Also, trust yourself as well. Like, don't lose hope. You know, I know a lot of people are failing many times. Like, I know some people failed 14 times before they pass the exam, but it's just how it is, guys. It's really difficult. You gotta study. You gotta learn everything what's going on, or in order for you to pass the exam. But what I'm gonna say is just don't lose hope, even if you failed a lot of times. But don't be like me, like I failed once and then I kind of like felt discouraged to take the new exam because I felt like I'm stupid, I wasn't able to pass, blah blah blah, because I'm not really used to failing. So yeah, don't be like me, just take the exam as long as you have the money. But of course, it's actually better if you study a lot and try to pass the exam, because it's really expensive and it costs a lot of money if you're gonna fail or a lot of times before you pass. And then after that, you can now apply for the driving tests, like the actual driving, or we called uppkjøring. What accent is that? Like uppkjøring. Okay, I'm not sure if I pronounce it right, but it's that what they call like the driving test. But before you can take the driving test as well, is you need to enroll you need to enroll in the traffic school or the traffic skole, and get all the obligatories, like the course, and then the markering, glatchering, and stuff like that. Well, if you enroll in this school, they're gonna explain to you what are the things that you need to take. And all in all, including my driving test, exam, and stuff like that, I spent 30,000 crowns. So it's actually a lot of money. So if you can take the exam once and you can pass the exam once, that's really good thing. But if you can't, just don't lose hope, don't get discouraged, try and try until you succeed. Okay? And that's it for today, guys. I hope you learned something from me. And if you want to know the tips that I'm going to give on how to pass the uppkjøring or the driving tests, then stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and click the like button if you like these videos. And I'm gonna link everything on the description box below, what I use and what application I use to take or to practice the theory course exam. Alright, thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you learned something from it, and I will see you on my next vlog. Bye!